All right, guys, Michael Nauss is a certified market technician at Trade Ideas, joining us this morning for the first time on the show. Welcome, Michael. We appreciate your time this morning to give us a little bit of a look as far as the overall market is concerned. We're even going to throw out a couple of ideas, both directions here. We've had, some muted action going into the, latter part of the summer, as we have spoken about here. Lower volume, lower volatility. Give us your take to start things off, first of all, on the overall market, where we are, where we could go over the next couple of weeks here.
Yeah, so, obviously in an uptrend, but down the last few days in a row here. One thing that I think is interesting to watch and for your viewers to watch is the difference between the SPY, which is what most of us active traders use all the time to make sure that we're in line with the market, and the ticker RSP, which is the same 500 stocks, but equal weighted as opposed to cap weighted with the SPY. So long and short of what that means is basically the big names, your Amazons and Apples and all of these take up less weight. And I think that's painting a little bit more of an accurate picture of what's going on. You can see the RSP is actually holding up stronger than the SPY is when it comes to these last few days of pullbacks, just kind of pointing that it's more of the larger names, the Netflixes and these that are struggling a little bit more than your individual and your smaller names overall in the market.
And as we get through to, some post-earnings trading here, I guess heading into the fall, into September, we need to kind of find other ways to understand exactly where the catalyst is going to come from and where the volume is going to be on a daily basis. So RSP, a good one. Let's talk a little bit about some trade ideas here. Give us a couple of names here to look at going over, I guess, today's session and into next week.
Yeah, so at Trade Ideas, we have a machine learning artificial intelligence we've been programming and basically using the traders at Trade Ideas to teach this, to try to observe different patterns in the market by having the ability to just look at way more than any human could ever look at. And there was three names that I thought were very interesting from yesterday that I think could cause some continuation in today, and they paint a theme. So yesterday, the AI shorted Pfizer, which is one of the largest makers of the vaccine shot that's going out here in Canada and the US. It also bought BJ Wholesales, which is just a large brick and mortar type store, and then shorted Bumble as well, which is an online dating app in the US. So the three of these together, when it took all of these trades, I was looking at it, and that kind of, to me, seems that the AI essentially doesn't think that the Delta variant, at least for the near future, is going to be as big of an impact as maybe is already priced into the market. So, shorting a vaccine maker, buying a brick and mortar store, and shorting an online dating app, to me, kind of paints the picture that maybe the fears or the impacts of the economy of what's going on with the Delta variant is going to be a little bit lessened to what's kind of currently priced into the market.
Did you want to take a second here, Michael, maybe go through some of these charts as well?
Oh, sure.
You mentioned BJ Wholesale, recent earnings, obviously, on that one we were talking about a couple of days ago. Pfizer, I mean, that's been a pretty impressive chart in itself, along with the rest of the vaccine makers over the past couple of weeks. But give us your thoughts here on what are you seeing in the charts?
Yeah, so the first one here being Pfizer, basically this was spotted with an RSI divergence. So again, to keep it short and simple, is that this is sometimes an indicator of an increase in move being done on less and less momentum. So with that being said, that kind of means that this may be stalling out in the same way that we saw Moderna stall out and pull back dramatically. Again, they make the same type of vaccine for the market. So put in a little short there, and again, you can see the topping tail and the doji that occurred, both kind of indecisive action. So I'm going to take a look for this one to see if we can break that low from yesterday. On BJ, we had this nice little breakout, again, recent earnings, high volume on this breakout, and I like that the candle opened right at the low of the day and spiked up from there. So I'm going to watch this one too around 54. And then here is Bumble, which I've drawn in the 50-day moving average, which is a common one that people watch, and it seems to be holding as kind of a lid on this for now. Again, with the AI showing short there.
Great stuff. Michael Nauss, certified market technician at Trade Ideas. We appreciate your time today. Have a great weekend, and we'll speak again soon.
Thank you very much for having me. Have a good one.
There we go, guys. Yeah, BJ Wholesale, Pfizer, and Bumble. Interesting ideas there.